In speaking with Mark, he had a lot of experience in building in shore communities. He made a lot of recommendations for the type of materials that we should use and what would be best suited for our needs. It really convinced us that he was the person that we should use to move forward with this project. In building in shore communities, often you're limited to space. So we wanted to make sure that we took advantage of every square inch of the property, and that included building that rooftop deck. The first floor, obviously, is not living space. We've got to be elevated to accommodate the flood zone. But we wanted the reverse living. So we've got our bedrooms on the middle floor, and then this open space on the top floor, and then the rooftop deck above that. Mark works with great partners, and he brought in some structural engineers that could design that roof to accommodate what we wanted. One of it was a hot tub. One of it was the ability to entertain lots of people. We had those discussions with Mark, and he worked through it. He engaged his structural engineers, and they designed a rooftop deck that could support the necessary weight load for what we wanted to do.
Things that we never would have considered to make sure it held the maximum weight. The framing, there's steel girders. Mark and Ledgestone knew exactly how it should all come together and make it secure and still maximize the space and the views.
We do a lot of entertaining up there. Matter of fact, we had a 70th birthday party for my father a few years back. We had almost 80 people on the roof. I think the materials that you use in a home such as this are just super important, and you've got to use somebody that's got the experience and the knowledge to make recommendations to you. There was lots of concerns with the first floor. Being in a shore community prone to flooding, shortly after this home was built, it survived Hurricane Sandy.
We actually used the aqua top board downstairs and antimicrobial spray foam insulation and paint at recommendations of Ledgestone. That during Sandy, we had no mold. We had zero issues down there. After the storm, all of our surrounding neighbors did so much construction, and you hear the horror stories that they had to go through. Kudos
to Mark and the construction of this home. It held up better than any of our neighbors. We didn't have to replace even a piece of siding after the hurricane, so yeah, pretty amazing.
The kitchen is my favorite room of the house. When we were trying to figure out how to incorporate an open layout for entertaining, Mark and Ledgestone was integral in trying to piece all that together. And Ledgestone Construction made sure that we did really great quality products. We had the well-born kitchen cabinets, the European finish, the selection of our appliances to really give it that gourmet kitchen commercial feel that we were going for. When Mark was showing us all the different products that were available, he really took the time to research and make sure that it was a great product that we wouldn't have to worry about, that would last. And if he didn't know himself of a product that, say, I found on my own, he took the time to research everything and really find out the pros and cons of something that maybe I saw in a magazine. So it's overwhelming as a consumer when you're building a home for the first time from the ground up and not knowing what the names are and what the pros and cons are of certain name brands or products to use, product types.
You really don't know what you don't know until you start getting your feet wet. And when being asked, what type of lumber do you think you want to use on the first floor? It was one of the things that we had to decide on. Were we going to use pressure treated lumber or marine grade lumber? And I didn't know the difference. So having a conversation, it was worth a few extra dollars to use the marine lumber. And like I said, a year after we moved in, we had a hurricane. So we got to test all of those choices that we made, and it turned out all to be all the right ones.
Mark and Ledgestone, his attention to detail was just fantastic. Couldn't have asked for a better builder to work with. They were here on time, things were completed in a great manner. It was just really a fabulous experience.